Before looking into the individual roles of the members of the projects, please be sure to download the 2-page differential job roles guide from the link in the description. This could be very beneficial to you in order to crack the project management roles and responsibilities in the exam. Okay, first of all, let's start with the responsibilities of a project manager. A project manager is involved in many roles, such as planning the project. Basically, the project manager can take help of the product owner in case of the agile or sponsor and the team members for planning the project. A project manager is also involved in writing or drafting a project charter. If he is not writing, he helps in writing the draft. So basically, the project charter formation or documentation is the role of the project manager. Another important point is a project manager rewards and recognizes the team members for their roles. A project manager also identifies the stakeholders and manages stakeholders' expectations throughout the project. He is also involved in closing each phase of the project and also the final phase of the project. Project manager is also involved in assisting and coordinating with the team members and stakeholders throughout the project life. He also identifies the project constraints and assumptions, develops times and cost reserves, ensures good communication and interactions between stakeholders, identifies if a change request or any preventive or corrective action is needed. He or she is also involved in participation in change control. He can approve or reject the changes and also helps to resolve the variances developed than what was planned. A project manager is also involved in resolving various team issues and problems arose due to cultural differences or any other problems. Out of this, the main important points are highlighted and given to you in the PDF form, which you can download through the link in the description. But before that, let's start with the quick question here. Anita is a project manager at Marine Corps. She is starting a project with a due time of completion within the 4 months. She has to identify her role as a project manager. Which of these may not be Anita's role as a project manager? The options are identification and management of the stakeholders, writing the project charter, approving the project charter, resolving team issues during work, and ensuring good communication. We have already learned about the project manager's role in the lecture, so I hope you can get the correct answer to this question. Please write your answer in the comment box. I will read all your answers. Now let us quickly look through the responsibilities of a sponsor in a project. I will just quickly read the points. A project sponsor is involved in providing funding and requirements for the project. He is also involved in giving the authority to project managers to do various jobs. Sponsors also provides information about the original scope and helps in developing the business case. Sponsor also helps in drafting the project objectives and serves as a voice of the project. He sets the priorities in a project, approves the project charter and final project management plan. So this one is important point. Project sponsor is involved in approving a project charter, not the project manager or not any team member. So you may get similar questions like this in the exam. Also, a sponsor is involved in reviewing the work breakdown structure. Work breakdown structure is the main role of a project manager, but sponsor can also review WBS. A sponsor also monitors progress along with the project manager. That means progress of the project at various points. He or she is also involved in resolving the conflicts beyond the project manager's level. So basically, if I ask you who is involved in resolving the conflict in a project, the main task of conflict resolution, resolving the conflicts is of the project manager. But if the conflict is beyond the project manager's level, then it is the job of the sponsor. Sponsor also approves, refers or rejects changes or helps the change control to do so. So sponsor should be also a part of the change control board. A sponsor also tries to protect from any external change. He or she has a protective role. This point is also important. Protective role for the sponsor. Sponsor also helps to evaluate the trade-off during crashing and fast tracking and re-estimating. Quick question for you. Project Kaizen Blast of our project is sponsored by Mr. Daniel, and the stakeholders have an active role in the company board of directors. As a sponsor, which of the following role does Mr. Daniel fits more closely to? Does he fit in drafting the business case and project objectives, or reviewing the project charter, protecting the projects from any external interferences, or setting the project priorities? Or do you feel if all of the above points are correct? Let me see your answers in the comment box. After this, let's closely look some of the main key duties of a project team members. Note that the project managers, sponsors, or team members have also many other duties, but I have listed only the important points which could be valuable for exam perspective. I will just read the important points out here. So what are the responsibilities of a team or a team member in a project? Team members have role of identification of the requirements of the project, creation of the product backlog, and decomposition of the backlog into activities or stories or tasks, or the creation of the work breakdown structure in the waterfall projects. Team members are also involved in making a schedule and cost estimates and recommending preventive and corrective actions, and team members are also involved in helping in the building the lessons learned repository. Let me take you to the practical part of the lesson again, and this could be valuable for you to practice for the exam. Let me do this as a rapid fire round. First rapid fire question: who is involved in creation of WBS? Who is involved in creation of the product backlog? Who is involved in decomposing stories into tasks and activities? Who is involved in prioritizing the project? Who is involved in approving the project charter? Who is involved in writing or helping to write the project charter? Who helps to input in drafting the lessons learned directory? Okay, I hope you got all of those questions right. Before ending this lecture, I want to re-emphasize to download the 2-pager differential job role guide from the link in the description. This could be very helpful to you in order to crack the project management roles and responsibilities in the exam. Thank you so much.